If you're just joining us, be sure to watch part 1, where I check out the Toys for the Ages Expo and search for even more Muppet finds at the American Daydream Antique Mall. And now, part 2. Okay, so now we've made it to one last stop. I think this is gonna be the last stop. It's the State Theater. It's an antique mall out of an old movie theater. We gotta go check this out before they close. This place is awesome. Check out all the CDs they have here. Of course, some glasses, including the Great Muppet Caper. But Couldn't We Ride Cup. Always a pleasure to see Muppet stuff everywhere. And of course, we've seen so much of it today. I'm hoping we see even more of it in this store. There's even more glasses over here. This is really interesting Sesame Street glass. I'm not sure if I have that one. Of course, we have a whole bunch more of these Great Muppet Caper glasses. Of course, we see them everywhere. Even the Fozzie glass. Of course, that's awesome. All right. I might have to check on the price of that Sesame Street glass though. I don't think I have that. Over here in the VHS, I'm seeing a Bear in the Big Blue House title. Check this out. Volume 1, Bear in the Big Blue House. Home is where the bear is, plus what's in the mail today. You don't see those very often. You used to see them all the time, everywhere. You should always see those titles. Now it's not so much. But this, you really don't see anywhere. The Muppet Babies video storybook, 3 stories. Baby Piggy and the Thunderstorm, Baby Fozzie on Cloud 9, even Kermit Gets Grouchy. All right, I don't think I have this one, so I think I'm gonna have to pick this one up. It's only $5, so yeah, that's definitely a pickup title. What I love about these titles too is there's new wraparound footage of Kermit reading these stories to Robin. So cool. And this is just the entryway, so let's go check out the actual inside of this place, in the theater itself. I'm already seeing a Care Bears store display, Toys R Us store displays, even Wendy is here. This is gonna be awesome. Like I said, wow, a Care Bears American Greetings store display. You never see that stuff. That's awesome. Okay, so these are not actual store displays from Toys R Us. It's just a mural invoking the theme of Toys R Us, the nostalgia factor of it. But wow, so cool to see. I guess those are Jeffrey and his kids, or Jeffrey and his wife and kid. I'm not sure of all the dynamic that's happening there, but that's cool. They even have this Star Wars album display, $1,000. See, the album goes right there on R2-D2's chest. He's holding the album. That would have been in record stores back in the day. Wow, totally amazing. You see this, Mr. T, big wheels, that is what I'm looking for, but with Kermit right there. There should be a Kermit right there, looking for the Kermit, Miss Piggy, and Animal big wheels. They are on my bucket list. So that is a really interesting sign. I'm hoping we might see them here. It's very doubtful. I've been looking for them for years, but a Mr. T big wheel is a good sign. Even E.T. seems to think so. Wow, just wow. All kinds of vintage goodies. I am just blown away by this place. All right, this may take a while, and Janice knows it. This is actually the official booth of the Toys for the Ages show. This is their actual store that they have year-round when they're not holding their convention. So there's just so much awesome goodies here. I mean, they even have a vintage Fisher-Price Fozzie back there, and there's even a Fisher-Price Gonzo back there as well. Over here in the plush, they have a Kermit with earmuffs and a scarf. This is, I believe, from Eden Toys. That's awesome. Look at the mittens on him and everything. They're asking $15 on this. I believe I have him. I'm not quite sure. He doesn't have his tag, so I might just pass on him, but man, that's awesome. Very tempting. Sorry, I was mistaken. It's actually by Applause and not by Eden. But still, without its other tag, I think I'm just gonna have to pass. Check out all these awesome carded action figures, including Judge Doom from Who Framed Roger Rabbit, one of my all-time favorite movies. I already have that in my Roger Rabbit collection, or else I'd be totally picking that up. That is awesome. Anybody else remember him having a Vulture though? Or was that like some concept they just abandoned but already made the toy for? Probably what it is. This place is #1 in my book, not just because they have this #1 hand here, but they have a Knickerbocker Count plush here. This is actually a talking Knickerbocker Count. And look at this, check this out. Oh my God, a second ago it worked. All right, let's see if this works. Something is wrong with him? He's mad about something. He's bats about bats? Count something. Count his fingers. Oh, that's cool. All right, he still works. He's got some stains on him, but I could probably get those off. You never see these, and it's only 20 bucks, so I think I might have to pick this count up. Check this out, a whole section of Sesame Street figures. There's some banks. These are like, look like bootleg banks, though, not like the actual official banks. Looks like the mold is right, but they, someone painted over them. I don't know, they're not quite right looking, but those are pretty interesting. Also have these like floating toys as Bert in a canoe and Cookie Monster on a raft. There's Ernie on an inner tube and Elmo in this little boat thing. Those are neat. Oh my goodness, check this out. It's a Sesame Street sleeping bag. That is just incredible. What are they asking on this? 30 bucks. That is wild. All right, I'm not gonna pick that up, but definitely tempting though. But what I'm probably not gonna pass up on is this pack of Kermit invitations, Kermit birthday invitations, mind you. I think these are by Carl Reed. I'm not sure who made these, but they're still in the package. They're kind of coming out of the package, but they're still pretty much in the package there. So, C.A. Reed Inc. from, I'm not sure the date on these, but these are just incredible. All right, for only 8 bucks, I think I'm gonna invite myself to a Kermit party and pick these up. They even have a rock and roll Ernie animated plush figure over here. That's awesome. Probably gonna leave him there too. What are they asking him? Only 20 bucks. I'm actually pretty shocked that in this massive wall of plush, there's only like one Muppet to be found. Oh, there's a small Guy Smiley too, but there's a Bert and a Guy Smiley. That's it. I mean, it's almost like a Where's Waldo, but like, where's Bert and Guy Smiley? Because otherwise, no more Muppets in that wall. Ooh, except there's a small little Ernie hidden in there too. These chairs make me anxious. I can't tell whether to sit down or to take a hike. But I will take a hike down to this next booth because there's some Muppet items right here. I mean, look at this giant Kermit cookie jar. I do have this in my collection. That was from the Disney store / Disney parks recently. That is just incredible. There's some Sesame Street finger puppets up there. Cookie Monster and Ernie, of course. All right, way more to see. Keep going. Of course, I come around the corner and I just start cursing because I just see all kinds of amazing stuff. Like this Jim Henson Think Different poster. I actually have one of these in mintier condition. This one has seen some better days, waterlogged or something happened to that. But they also have a Rolf puppet, a couple of Sigma Miss Piggy mugs. There's an Animal Corgi car back there, and a couple of Kermit Muppet Babies plush. An original Bert puppet. That is just totally insane. They got Kermit party supplies. There's a small Count and Big Bird plush. The Master Replicas Kermit, a Muppet Vision 3D Miss Piggy plush, a Muppet Treasure Island Miss Piggy plush, a Kermit Funny plush by Kid Robot. There's even a giant animal poster over here. I mean, these people are my good friends. I need to meet these people because I love these people. I have no idea how much this Bert is. I know they go for quite a bit of money usually. I cannot find the price tag, but otherwise I'd be all over that. I'd be buying that in a second. They also have Follow That Bird paper dolls, which I just picked up, and a whole bunch of Sesame Street puzzles back here. Just a whole bunch of different ones. They're just awesome. I mean, like I said, I gotta meet these people because we need to be friends and have birthday parties together. Because they have Muppets just everywhere. In this stack of Broadway musical posters, there's a set of Miss Piggy paper dolls in here. I mean, these guys got it all. It's only asking, I think they're asking $15 for that. I do already have that in my collection. It's not a bad deal, but wow. There's a whole bunch of vintage Christmas merchandise over here. And then, of course, we're right back to the toys. And I see immediately an old Ernie puppet down there. And there's a, Moki Fraggle, naked Moki Fraggle, by the way. Oh, all right. This video just got PG-13 real quick. Cover your eyes, kids. Because yes, it's an original Tommy Moki Fraggle plush. Unfortunately, she's missing her robe, or I would totally pick this up. I'm missing her. I think I need her in the box still. I have all the other Fraggles in their boxes. I'm missing her in the box. So if it was mint, clothed, and in the box, totally be picking that up. But as it is, this Fraggle is staying behind. Wait, just 1 second, because they checked the price on this Bert, and they're asking something just too good to pass up. So I think I'm gonna pick up this Bert as well. Okay, so as you've seen, today has just been insane for Muppet finds. This is probably one of the biggest hauls I've ever gotten in one day. The amount of stuff I found is just incredible, as you've seen. I completely filled the back seat of the car pretty much. So I'm going to show you everything I picked up just briefly because there is just so much stuff to show you. At the Toys for the Ages show, I picked up this Bert and Ernie car toy for my friend Aaron. The hood lifts up. It's made by Ilco. I'm not sure the year, but yeah, it looks like it pulls back and kind of goes. It has like a funky wheel in the front, so I guess it kind of turns around and kind of does some kind of funky maneuvers. Anyway, this is not for me. This is for my friend Erin that collects Bert and Ernie stuff. So this is for her collection. The two Count PVCs. This one is by Applause. This one's by Tara Toy Company. 1, 2, count things. I also picked up these Sesame Street Playtime finger puppets. These were put up by Tara Toy Company. No copyright dates on these. So we have Big Bird holding radar and Ernie with an ice cream cone. As you can see, still brand new and factory sealed. The packaging for Big Bird was a little messed up, so they gave it to me for only $2. So I got both of these for like $7. That's a heck of a deal. As you saw, my friend Patricia was there, and she picked me up this Sesame Street Healthy Smiles toothbrush holder and 2 toothbrushes, all in this kind of neat little handy dandy bag. Again, it's got Elmo, Cookie Monster, and Big Bird with 2 toothbrushes behind it, one yellow, one red. I've never seen this before. So again, a big thank you to Patricia for picking it up for me. Because I just got home, I haven't had a chance to look through my collection, and I do have a box of Muppet party supplies, and I may have these in there, but I said, you know what, I'm just going to show it off in the video anyway. So this is the tablecloth for this party line. You got Kermit wearing a red bow tie, Animal, Gonzo, Miss Piggy, and Fozzie coming out of the circle. I did not pick up the plate because the package had a hole in it. And again, I'm pretty sure I may already have these, so I kind of opted out for that. But I did wind up picking up these Kermit napkins. You got Kermit wearing a red bow tie, running with like confetti all around him, with a little noisemaker and a party hat. Just a great image. It's a party, and I couldn't resist it. I also picked up this copy of Muppet Manners, or the Night Gonzo Gave a Party. And I do already have this in my collection, but it's different from the version I have. This version is the one I picked up. This version is the one I had as a kid. Now, they look fairly similar on the front, but look what happens when I flip them over. They are completely different. This is, again, is the one I had as a kid, and it shows all the other titles in the line with Kermit's head on the top. And this is the one I just bought. It's like the UK version or something. It's totally different. It's got Kermit with this Dapper Dan kind of outfit on, with the titles for the other books in the series just in this white box below. You may also notice that the cover is slightly in better condition than mine is. The coloring is also a little different. It's a little bit darker. Gonzo's a little bit different as well. I'm not sure if that's a printing thing or just an age thing, but this one is in slightly better condition. This one is literally the one I had as a kid. It even has my name still in it. So picking it up for an upgrade and variant reasons. I also grabbed this copy of Jim Henson's Muppet Stories, book number 12. This is Story Party, and it has a picture of the Doozers on the front, released by Funk and Wagnalls in 1991. I just found issue number 5. I don't have number 5 put away yet, so this may complete my set. I also picked up this brand new and factory sealed sticker sheet put out by American Greetings, I believe in the early 90s. I have some loose sheets with a couple of the stickers missing. I love this design. I've loved it since I was a kid. I remember buying this as a kid, so it's great to just buy it again as an adult. And also, speaking of buying things again as an adult, I picked up these 2 paper doll books. And this is the Follow That Bird paper doll book, put out by Golden Books in 1985. I will be putting out a whole video all about Follow That Bird merch. And if this is a better copy than the one I already have, this will make it into that video as well. Otherwise, the duplicate will end up in the Muppet Stuff store. Same thing with this paper doll book. I believe I already have one, but I'm not quite sure if it's in better condition. This is the deluxe paper doll set of Muppet Babies Baby Miss Piggy, put out by Golden in 1991. And it features a whole bunch of outfits for her to wear. As you saw, there was a lot of dinosaur stuff, and I had to pick up this Dinosaurs Viewmaster set, put out by Viewmaster in 1992. It's still brand new and factory sealed. I also picked up this 45 single of Bob Sings on Sesame Street, Sir Duke, and Muskrat Love, released by Sesame Street Records in 1978. this Jim Henson Presents Make Believe with the Muppet Babies, a storybook released by Muppet Press Random House in 1986. This Muppet Babies Shape Machine book put out by Muppet Press in 1988. Next, we have two items I had never even seen before. These were completely new to me, a complete shock. I just was blown away, so I had to pick these up. So here we have Jim Henson's Muppets Mark and See, released by Golden Books in 1993. Hidden surprises appear like magic. It's Kermit and Miss Piggy going into a haunted house, and as you scribble through the pages, the ghosts and things appear. That's really interesting. Inside is all completely mint. None of the ghosts have appeared yet in any of the pages. All the Muppets are there. You can see Bunsen, Janice, Rizzo, Rolf, and Fozzie. And like I said, it's still brand new. It even has its fancy exclusive little marker still attached as well. Another item that was just brand new to me that I never knew even existed was this Sticker Stories Kermit's ABC sticker book, released in 2000 by Grossop and Dunlap. Still absolutely in mint condition. All the stickers are there. Nothing has been removed or stuck. Just absolutely fantastic. And that's everything I found at the Toys for the Ages show. But as you saw, I went out after, did a little thrifting adventure, and came back with even more goodies. Like this mint condition Easter Fozzie Bear plush celebrating the Muppet Show's 25th anniversary, put out by Namco in the early 2000s. They made a whole bunch of various Muppet plush for like different holidays and stuff. These were claw machine and arcade prices. You could only win that way. You could never buy these in retail stores. So they're incredibly hard to find these days. You kind of find them here and there on eBay and all these places. Saw this on Facebook Marketplace. I reached out. I was like, hey, I'm kind of going to be in the area, so if you can meet up with me, let's do it. They showed up with this and then said, oh, by the way, we also have this Rizzo as well. Still brand new in the plastic. This is another Namco Muppet plush. This one, of course, like I said, is Rizzo. He has a leather jacket on and a purple with black polka dot bandana on. It is just incredible. Could not resist picking these up because they were right there. And like they said, oh, you know, we found these and, you know, you wanted this one, so you might want this one too. So of course, I just had to get them both, obviously. Of course, as you saw, after that amazing pickup, I went to the American Daydreams Antique Mall, where I just couldn't even believe the amazing things I found there. Like this brand new and factory sealed Sesame Street puzzle featuring Bert, Ernie, Cookie Monster, Grover, and Betty Lou having a picnic, released by Milton Bradley in 1987. This Oscar Penna Dust-Et, which was just too weird to pass up. You got Oscar on the front with a broom and dustpan. It's just odd. This was released by Penna Dust-Et. There is no copyright on this, but I'm going to say maybe the 80s sometime? I really don't know. Comment down below if you know when this was released, because I sure as heck don't. But it was just, again, too bizarre to pass up. Speaking of things too bizarre to pass up, I could not pass up this Bob McGrath single from Japan. Bob is a pop star in Japan for some bizarre reason, and this is one of the albums put out there. If you couldn't tell by the cover, this is actually a Christmas album featuring Bob singing classic Christmas tunes like White Christmas, Silent Night, Jingle Bells, and Santa Claus is Coming to Town. It's not sealed, but it's in beautiful, beautiful condition. The record is in great shape. I should just probably put this on and have him croon to me, assuming it's in English, but hey, you never know. In one of my rare items videos, which I will put a link to in the description down below, I talked about the Kermit Tooth Sleuth campaign that was done for like 1 month back in the early 80s, with Kermit being this detective. In that video, I showed a poster, but I also have a cup for that campaign as well. And now, as you saw, I picked up the button, the Kermit's Tooth Sleuth button. This is from National Children's Dental Health Month in 1985. And as you can see, it features just a giant picture of Kermit's head. Could not resist picking this up. I also recently found a copy of this Muppet Babies The Giant Next Door book, released by Golden Books, but I did not have its tape. This now can go with my other copy, because this copy, I looked at it a little bit. There's got some drawing and coloring in it. It's not quite minted like my other copy is. So I'm going to put the tape with my other version of it. Obviously for like $5-6, totally worth upgrading it just for the cassette itself. And while putting together this video, I came across a copy of this book in mint condition, released by Parker Brothers in 1985. As you can see, it's still in its original packaging, which I had never seen before, as well as its sister title, Where's the Bear, also brand new and still factory sealed as well. And these two books were the only Muppet Babies titles released in the line. they would then be re-released by Golden Books and accompanied by other titles the following year. The seller even included this sheet of vintage Muppet Babies stickers. I also picked up this Wobulous World of Dr. Seuss Cat in the Hat, and I'm not sure who the other character is, but it's a Wobulous World of Dr. Seuss Henson. It doesn't have the logo, it just has it just written there. I'm always amazed at myself. I'm going to pat myself on the back here a little bit here because I can spot these Wobulous World Dr. Seuss items. It's in the eyes. There's something about the eyes with the Henson Dr. Seuss characters that are not in other Dr. Seuss products. So I can just spot them like, that is a Wobulous World of Dr. Seuss Cat in the Hat and not a regular Dr. Seuss Cat in the Hat. People are like, how do you know that? I'm like, I just know. And then I'll look at it and it'll boom, yep, there it is. It says Henson, Wobulous World of Dr. Seuss. Like it's the copyright, like, how did you know that from like across the room? I'm like, because that's what happens when you have all this stuff here. You just learn these wobulous skills. Another item I already have in my collection but picked up for the store was this copy of the Jim Henson play-along video, Mother Goose Stories, Miss Muffet, Song of Sixpence, and Little Boy Blue. If you haven't seen it, they made a whole, I think there's like 20 so plus episodes of Mother Goose Stories. This was a big hit on the Disney Channel for a long time, released by Lorimar in 1988. And although I already have a copy of this storybook, The Tale of the Dark Crystal, in my collection, I did want to pick one up for the store because these are definitely sought after by fans. The illustrations inside are just fantastic, and so I could not resist picking this up. Originally released in 1982 by Holt, Reinhardt, and Winston. Speaking of things I'm pretty sure I already have, but maybe picking it up for a fan, I could not find this on my spreadsheet or in my collection, so I'm pretty sure I have it, but I wasn't quite sure, was this Making of the Dark Crystal book, which is just fantastic. They gave me a deal on both books, so I could not resist picking this up as well. If I do find out I already have a copy of this in my collection, I will put this in the store, but for now, this is staying with me because I know I have the later versions of this, but I don't believe I have this release. I love all the great detailed inside information you get of like how the characters are made. It's just a really, really cool book. Look, you can even see the performers down there in the pits. Here it is from sketch to finished puppet. Just totally amazing stuff. This was released in 1983, also by Holt, Reinhardt, and Winston. Another thing I could not resist, especially not after digging through a pile of stuff and just kind of finding it, just excavating it and having it come to the surface, was this Sprocket and Gobo tray puzzle put out by Play School. This is absolutely nuts. I do not already have this in my collection. I think I only have one or maybe two of these Fraggle Rock tray puzzles already. But wow, I've been looking for this Sprocket one. It's been on my radar. Who would have thought I would have found it under a pile of other things? But just awesome to finally have this Sprocket puzzle in the museum. Also at American Daydream, I picked up this Muppet Vision 3D animal plush. It is in great condition. It's missing its hang tag, but otherwise it's perfect. So I already have this in my collection, I believe with the tag still, but for some reason, if this is in better condition, which I don't think it is, but for some reason, I may swap it out and put this one in my collection. But mainly I bought this for one of your collections. So this is going to be in the Muppet Stuff store. So hopefully one of you guys will be taking this home and putting it in your collection so that you can have it in 3D, even though it's already obviously in 3D because it's plush. My last stop was the State Theater Antique Mall. I picked up another Muppet Vision 3D plush, again, for one of your collections because I do already have one in my collection. But again, I picked this up for one of you to put in your collection. It still has its hang tag. It is in great condition, so hopefully one of you guys will snag this and it'll be hanging proudly in your collection, again, in 3D. Again, obviously, because it's plush. I also picked up the Knickerbocker Talking Count plush, which, as you heard, still sort of works. And you never see these anywhere, or they don't work. So, man, I could not resist picking this up. That's three count products I picked up today. Yeah, I kind of thought you'd do but all right, fine. Be bats about bats. Whatever. Ruined my joke. It's okay. I also found this VHS copy of the Muppet Babies video storybooks featuring Baby Piggy and the Thunderstorm, Baby Fozzie on Cloud 9, and even Kermit Gets Grouchy. This is one of 3 titles released in the line by Kids Classics in 1988, which I'm pretty sure I did not already have in my collection. Another item I was pretty sure I didn't already have in my collection was this set of Kermit birthday invitations. Check this out. They are just super, super minty, still in the packaging here. It says Kermit and blank invite you to a birthday party. These are put up by C.A. Reed in the late 80s. I also picked up this Farscape Rigel action figure released by Toy Vault in 2001. Okay, I think that's everything. I don't think I forgot anything. Oh, right. There was just one small, tiny, little more thing. This original Bert puppet put out by Topper in 1972. Still in the box. It is in almost mint condition. It is insane to find one in this shape. Just totally nuts. The only thing wrong with the box is that it was cut out because you could make yourself a whole little puppet show with it. You're supposed to take the puppet out of the box, turn the box sideways, cut this part of the box out, and then pretend like Bert and Ernie and any other puppets were coming through the TV, because they now were. The box art is just super, super cool. Has Big Bird playing with a Ernie puppet, Oscar playing with a Big Bird puppet, Cookie Monster playing with an Oscar, Ernie playing with a Cookie Monster puppet, and like I've said before when I've showed this artwork, it's just Bert then left playing with himself. These things are usually prohibitively expensive, and I mean in the multi-$100 range for these things. I've seen some of these go for almost $1,000, and so I was thinking, I'm like, I am not even going to look at the price on that because it's going to be just astronomical. It's in an antique mall. There's no way. I mean, it's just out of my league. So I just asked. I just happened to ask while I was checking out. I said, by the way, how much is that Bert up there? And I'm not going to tell the exact number, but I will tell you it was less than $200. So if you didn't just fall off your seat just then, you can fall off your seat now, because yes, less than $200 for this pretty much mint condition Topper Bert in the package. So obviously I could not resist this. I mean, it was the last purchase of the day, and boy, was it a doozy. All right, and with that, that's going to do it for this video. Please be sure to like and subscribe. Please leave a comment down below and let me know what your favorite item from this video was. Please be sure to follow us on all our social media channels, and I'll see you next time. That just totally sounded creepy.